her. Say hello, Miriam. It's my baby. Go forth and reap havoc. Hi guys, so I wanted to do a video that I had actually had somebody request for fucking ever ago and completely forgot about. My bet on that. But I was going to do a video based on all of my body mods that I have. Now my little disclaimer is I don't have a whole lot compared to a lot of other people, but I do want to share what I do have and the few that I used to have but don't anymore and why I don't have them anymore. For starters, I'm going to go with piercings. I have my septum done. I have actually had my septum pierced technically, I would say 4 times. 3 of those I did myself, which I should not have done at all. The first time was actually with a leatherworking needle, and then after that it was with a professional needle that I got online, which I, again, should not have done. But then I took it out for a little while and ended up getting it redone professionally, and I've kept it ever since. The first piercing I ever got was my tongue. In the sense of piercings that are besides ears, I had actually wanted to get my tongue pierced for a really long time, and I got it done on my 18th birthday, and my dad was not super happy because I didn't tell him ahead of time. I had told him I was going to get it done, but not that day, so I just kind of came home with it, and he was a little bit pissed off at me for it. A little bit. Other than that, I have my vertical labret done, which I ended up deciding to get done my freshman year of college, and though I sometimes debate taking it out simply because I do feel like I don't always like it, I am pretty fond of it. I think that it's a really nice lip piercing. I think any other one would probably look kind of funny on me. So, I've thought about other ones lip-wise, but I haven't done anything else when it comes to that. I have on my ear, I still technically have the 3 cartilage ones that I got done when I was younger. And then I also have, not only do I have my tragus done, and the second holes, but then I have my ears, which are stretched to 32 millimeter, I believe. It's about 1 1/4 inches. I never thought I was going to go past 2 for the longest time. I actually hated plugs for a long while, but then I ended up deciding that, you know, I'll stretch to a 2 because they had really pretty glass ones that one of my friends had. And then it became kind of an addiction, and I kept going, and I was going to go to 1.5 inches, but my ears just don't really want to cooperate with that. And to be honest, it's probably for the best I stop here. So I have those done. I also at one point had my nostril done. I had a friend do that one, and it never properly healed because it wasn't done professionally, which was not a good thing. So I ended up taking that one out when I got my septum redone for the 4th final time. And then I've also gotten both of my nipples pierced. Now, I'm obviously not going to show you guys that one, but I ended up getting those done about 1.5 years ago, I would say, and I want to say 1.5 years, but I've actually had them for a while. I actually really like them. I didn't get them for any other purpose other than I wanted to have them done, and so I have I've gotten a couple of different things jewelry-wise, but I don't really change them out very often, so I just stick with basic barbells. I'm more of a clicker person here, and everything else I usually keep pretty basic. At one point, I did actually have dermals on my collar right about here. I had 1 on each side, but they ended up, I wore a lot of necklaces for a while, and they ended up catching on them in my sleep because I would wear them to bed and sometimes in the shower. And so because they kept catching and wrapping around them and such, they ended up rejecting, and so I had them removed. There's very subtle scarring there, and I have debated getting them redone, but I haven't. I never really got around to it. Now to tattoos. The very first tattoo I ever got done was this one right here on my shoulder. It's lyrics from the song Mess by Get Scared. I got them because specifically out of context, I loved the lyrics and the meaning behind it. It says, will I come clean and say that I'm wrong, I'm the best kind of mess. And I felt that that was a pretty good idea for me because I spent a lot of time thinking that my life is a mess. I still have that issue regularly in that a lot of things just don't work out super great. And I'm not perfect by any means, and for a long time I kicked myself about that I should be perfect and that I should be able to do all of these things that I can't do as a human being. And so for me it was kind of a reminder that it's okay that I'm not perfect because I'm the best version of me that I can be because there's only one me. And so I ended up deciding that for my first tattoo I wanted it to be something that would remind me that I'm okay as I am. After that I actually got my Alice in Wonderland sleeve, half sleeve. It's in progress still because I want to get more done. I want to get a full sleeve that's almost entirely Alice in Wonderland. My mom actually designed that one for me and proceeded to complain about it pretty regularly because he made a few changes as an artist. And so, her being her, she's picky, that's why she hasn't really gotten a whole lot of tattoos. But I've actually always really loved Alice in Wonderland, so I ended up deciding that that was something I wanted to have on me. The one I got after that is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's this one. It's a Sahedrin rune. And that one specifically is related to my family and my best friend's family and how the two of them kind of relate. Ever since I was a little girl, my parents and my best friend's parents roleplayed. Specifically, it was a lot of GURPS and D&D. And the first time I ever fully played was D&D 3.5. And then later on, long story short, Pathfinder came out, which is similar to 3.5, and our whole family switched to it. So we have a campaign that was one of the first ones that Pathfinder put out, that's Rise of the Runelords. And Rise of the Runelords, one of the big symbols is the Sahedrin rune, where each of the points is supposed to stand for either a virtue or one of the 7 deadly sins, because there's 7 points. And I actually ended up getting it done because my family and my best friend's family are both very important to me, and I wanted something that was something exclusive between us, but also still kind of brought in that was a big thing, that was a bonding thing for me and my parents, as well as for me and that family. And so I ended up getting the Sahedrin rune from Pathfinder. And so I ended up debating getting it done with the colors that go with it. If I ever do, I may add them in later, but for now I'm pretty content with just this. Mayrin just jumped off my bed. It's my baby girl. Oh, anyway. The next thing that I got done after that was I actually got a soot sprite on my hand with my mom. I remember for a long time my mom wanted to get a tattoo with me and she wanted something small, and so I was looking up stuff for specifically this area of the hand right here, because she always thought that would be a really cute place to get something done. And we ended up coming across a picture in our process of searching for hand tattoos that were small. We came across the picture of Lita Mirror getting it on her hand, and she had one similar to it, and my mom fell in love with the idea of a small soot sprite. And so we were supposed to both get it on our hand, but then as I was in the midst of getting mine done, my mom had came to the decision that because she often substitutes as a teacher, that it wouldn't be super professional for her, and she didn't want to potentially have that issue, and so she got it on her ankle instead. And so I have it on my hand still in the same spot, with which my dad was incredibly pissed off at me for. After that, I ended up getting the fox on my thigh. I actually am not going to stand up to show you guys just because it's going to be really complicated, so here's a picture instead. I actually have always loved foxes. They are my favorite animal, and so I had gotten it with the intention of having a fancy Victorian fox in a beautiful frame. And I still haven't gotten it finished because I just haven't had the money to get it fully finished, and I don't want to pay her any less than I think she deserves for a tip. So I have been sitting on that, and I'm hoping to get it done over the summer. So I haven't really gotten a whole lot of other work done other than my underbust tattoo. So I ended up wanting a tattoo that was in homage to my favorite band, but I didn't want something super simple and blatant, and as much as I would like to get lyrics from their stuff done at some point somewhere, either on the side of my arm or on one of my legs, I didn't want that to be the only thing that I got done, because I didn't think I could personally bring myself to limit to one song specifically. And I also felt like the actual symbol played a part with the whole band. I do intend to get other work done, from tattoos to piercings as well. We'll see. I'll probably do an update whenever, God knows when I'll get the chance to actually get a lot of that stuff, because I just don't have the money most of the time. But other than that, that is all of my current body modifications that I happen to have. And if I end up getting any more anytime soon, I'll do an update on them. I probably won't do another of all of mine until I get a lot more, but I may do individual videos if that's anything that interests you guys with any of the newer stuff that I might get done work-wise. I apologize for taking so incredibly long. I don't really have an excuse. I've just been really busy with school, and there's been a lot of stress around that. But I'm hoping that I can be a lot more regular and really stick to a schedule. So until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic week and an even better weekend. And I will hopefully see you lovelies again sometime soon. Bye everybody!